Even though we're doing our best to keep safe from the coronavirus, think, are we letting ourselves slip into the comforting illusion that it's something that happens to other people, but not to us? We spoke to various local residents who caught the coronavirus and compiled their experiences to show you what it might be like if you're infected. The following story is based on real events.
In mid-May, I had a high fever for 3 days, so I went to the hospital, I took a test, and was diagnosed with COVID-19. I don't know how or where I got it from. I always use a mask when I leave the house, and I don't eat in large groups. I remember the few times I let my guard down by taking off my mask in the heat or forgetting to sanitize my hands, so I guess it could have been then. My family, of course, then took the PCR tests, and it turned out I infected my son and my mom. My husband and daughter tested negative, but they had to stay home from work and school, and then everyone in my son's class at school had to take PCR tests, so suddenly a lot of people became involved. While I was in the hospital, I had incessant coughing, pain all over my body, and even a fever up to 40 degrees. I was worried to death about whether my son and my mom were okay, and if my mom was going to have severe complications because of her age, I thought I might never see them again. I suffered emotionally as well, with the worries about lost income, the effects on my son when he'd returned to school, and then all the other awful things that we might have to deal with. My husband and I couldn't even go to work, so we were tight on money. I got better from the virus, but I was easily fatigued and became short of breath after only walking for a little bit. I still haven't yet recovered from the after effects of the virus, and I still have symptoms of long COVID. I also became scared to go out and meet people, so my mental health got worse. Catching the coronavirus made me realize how good my everyday life was before it. And the worst part is I can get infected again. I'm really rigorously washing my hands and sanitizing now.
COVID-19 is not a cold. It is more contagious, often has worse symptoms, and has a bigger impact on your family and those around you. Even 1 year in, and with hope of a vaccine on the horizon, the danger is not over. We need to reflect on our behavior now. Are we really acting to protect ourselves, or have we let down our guard? We're going to introduce the key points to reduce the risk that you'll get sick. Do a self-check now. Here are the key points. 1. Do you go to events or go out thinking that if it's just you, then it's not a problem? This doesn't work because it's not feasible for 10 or 100 people to act in this way. If you're thinking like this, you need to stop and reevaluate. 2. When you meet friends or family that don't live with you, do you take off your mask when inside? Are you assuming that you only need to wear a mask outside? By keeping the mask on, you're making a choice to protect your loved ones. 3. Are you meeting family that don't live with you and justifying it by the fact that they're family? Everyone comes into contact with a large variety of different people by going to work and school, so by seeing family, you expand the number of people at risk exponentially. In this time of pandemic, we have to change the way we live our lives. 4. Are you assuming that mild cold symptoms are no big deal and getting on with your life anyway? If you feel even a little bit under the weather, you must immediately isolate yourself. It may not feel like it, but every time you avoid getting into contact with someone, you're reducing the human impact of this pandemic and you're saving lives. Make sure you don't get corona, and make sure you don't spread corona.